All right, well, hello and welcome. Just got back from a karate tournament for my daughter. That was fun. So she, her board breaking occurred in the very last round of the very last event, and she was the last kid to go. So there was no person at the tournament who could have been there later than us. So interesting. All right, so my opponent today is Matt the Bat, and this looks like it might be an easy matchup. So 18.2 million, 4.7 in chips, 8 in characters. Galactic War Battles won 29,000, so 7 years on this account. He's got, you know, the usual that we see at this level with all the stuff. Character-wise, all the stuff. But interestingly, and I don't know if this is a tactic or what, but he has only played the Jabba matchup and then walked away from the match with his 68 banners. And that's it. So I don't know if he also will come back and continue to play or what, but I need the practice for whatever we're going to do here. So I'm going to just play it as if it's a regular GAC and see where we can go from there. Here we've got Great Mothers. Gas has been working on that better than other things for me, so I'll try Gas there. We got this Jabba. Ray with no exile, but Enfys Nest in there. And we've got one of these Qui-Gon teams here again. And down bottom, we got Baylon, Skull, Tuskens, Raddus, and this Traya team. And I looked at the Traya team and I thought, okay, some Relic 3 Sith like I've got on my defense. But that guy, that's Lord Vader. I don't think I've ever seen Lord Vader just plopped into a Sith lineup like this. But maybe something like Bo-Katan won't work here because too many assists, I guess. So we'll have to take a look at what this means for us, because I feel like the two things that I would use against Lord Vader most readily would be Bo-Katan Mandalore and JML, both of which do have a lot of assists. I think the JML team should be fine, should have enough survivability that the assists won't be that big of a deal. And I don't think Nihilus will last long enough to be a critical threat. But I think Mandalorians, Bo-Katan and the Mandalorians here could actually be a problem. Probably just use SLKR on this Baylon. Maybe use some kind of Jedi here for the Raddus. So with that in mind, let's just get in here and get started. When I look at the counter matchups that are available online, it's pretty much just SLKR versus Baylon. It's not other things. We don't want to gain turn meter. This has resistance penetration, which isn't helping us much. Let's this one has armor penetration, crit chance. That's okay. Take that. We'll jump right in here. Kyber Soze says hello. Lightsabers deployed. Sean unavailable says hi, DL. Speaking of Kyber Soze, I watched that movie last night. Yeah, so my daughter was asking me one day about my favorite movies. And I told her some of my favorite movies, which includes Usual Suspects. So she was interested to watch it. So we watched Kaiser Soze last night. That's fun. We have family night every Friday night. Every Friday night's movie night for our family. So we gather around our TV. And, you know, we watch a lot of Disney stuff. A lot of old good stuff that my wife and I would like to share with her. So, like, we watched Firefly. We spent, you know, 2 or 3 weeks watching episodes of Firefly because I liked that. I thought it was cool. So yeah, we watched that as a family. That was fun. I don't want to use Bane here. I feel like I could use Bane, but I kind of don't want to. I think I'm just going to use Jedi, and we'll use kind of Jedi that have recovery stuff. So let's use Hermit Yoda. We'll use Bastila the Fallen, throw in a Shock T, and who else has a little bit of recovery? Yoda. We see his Knight brothers are mixed in with his Great Mothers, so I don't need to save my Padme team and try to make use of that. I'll use Jedi Cal in a different team, I think. I don't feel like I'm going to need him to kill that SWGOH. I might, but... Light side allies gain protection. The more protection we can give these guys, the better, right? So let's do that. All right, so I think we actually do have to kill SWGOH first, right? Kind of stuck with that. Okay. Okay. I guess we might need to try something different here. Jump in there, share all these buffs. Okay. All right, get Yoda back here. 1 down. 74 to go. Feels like. I don't think Lord Vader is, you know, the key to success here, right? For them. She is gaining all kinds of... That is all kinds of recovery here. All right, let's try this. Oh boy, there goes a Yoda. Everybody's dazed, right? So not much I can do here. Oh man, we're getting wrecked. Try to get some recovery here. Wow. Lord Vader just cleaning up. They got the isolate onto my Luke. And honestly, I did not think it was going to be this hard to kill these Sith. I apparently underestimated this team, which is obviously what the opponent intended, right? Wow. It's a pretty good setup. Okay. I'll go ahead and submit it. I mean, we did kill Nihilus out of there, so that's something. Oh, what to do here? I guess we can just use Bane. I mean, we don't see anything that we have to use Bane against so far, right? There's nothing up here that has to be baned. So we'll just use him, and if there's something on the back wall where I wish I had Bane, then I guess that's just how it's going to be. But this shouldn't be too wrong with Bane, I don't think. He should be able to do enough damage to get through SWGOH. Or drain his life or whatever we need to do. Okay. There goes one nice big hit. We'll stick to Traya here if we can. Yeah, let's just go back here, I guess. Then we'll just auto. Should be good. I didn't want to have to use Bane here, but I did underestimate how easily they were going to get around my JML. Yeah, that isolate was the doom of JML there. Just killed everybody around him. Okay, Tuskens, I don't know. Let's just try to get through this because we don't have that much time remaining in the GAC anyway. So do we have another light side Mandalorian, or are we just a 4-man squad right now? Armor brings us down to just a regular level 3 relic, but I think that's okay. Sure. A little bit of health and tenacity. We'll grab that. We'll go in. Let's see. Get some armor shreds and stuff on the chieftain. Okay. Easy stuff so far. Tusken Warrior, take 1,000 assists here. Okay. Good. Now let's go ahead and put the bars of Beskar to use on Paz Vizsla. Okay. Armor Shred on the Raider. That's a lot of stuns, but I think it's too late for them. Okay. And here's our big assist again. 64 banners. Seems good. Now we've got the Raddus man here. What do we want to do against the Raddus? Let's try the Jedi again. Is this a 15% cron? It's not. We've seen some fairly ridiculous Radduses. Raddii. Okay. Let's take a tank in here. And I don't know. Who else? Bendo? No, we need damage. We need somebody else who's going to do decent damage, at least. She's got okay damage. All right, then let's look for a good damaging Kron here. We got the Cal Kestis Kron. We'll take that. The Jedi Knight Cal Kron. Jar Jar says hello. Hey, Jar Jar. Is this where Anakin screams, "You underestimate my power"? It looks like that's the part where Anakin jumps over and Kenobi thinks he has the high ground. Or let's see. Luke thought he had the high ground, but... Let's get some stuns here. Because Jedi Knight Cal got brutalized. All right. I'm clicking. Come on, Cal. You can do it. All right. We got some life back on Cal now. Okay. Raddus is down. Neg 1 Raddus. Neg 1 Jyn Erso. Let's just get rid of Cassian here if we can. And get rid of him with the insta-kill. Okay. Raddus team down. Let's see what's on the back wall. Still 68 banners. It looks like my opponent's not playing. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. In with Iden Versio. I feel like that just 8 different kinds of doesn't work, right? If no other allies have a leader tag, so that's out. Imperial Trooper allies gain all this stuff, that's gone, right? So her stuff is completely nullified by Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. All right, if my opponent watches this, maybe you meant to pick TIE Pilot there or something, but yeah, I don't think Moff Gideon, Beskar Gideon is viable. He's got the leader tag. Ruins everything for Iden. Okay, but I've done that myself. I mean, Death Trooper, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, Dark Trooper. My icons on my screen are pretty small, so those things kind of all look the same. I want to see Relic 9 Cup get some action today. I think Relic 9 Cup has no mods still, right? I think I got him. Yeah, I must have got him after lock-in. Or did I? He is Galactic Republic, right? Or they are, she is. Coruscant Underworld Police. We should at least, I guess I didn't even have that character unlocked at all. That's interesting. All right, let's just Wampa this. Wampa. Who's got the Wampa? There's some tenacity. We'll take that on Wampa. And we'll get to Wampin. And we'll see if somehow this Moff Gideon is like super secret tech that I don't understand or something. They did get a lot of turns before me, I'll tell you that. Ramp. SWAT. Damage immunity. What? Still stacking up damage over times. We don't need to womp quite yet. Maybe it's for a daze. Maybe there's a non-resistible daze that comes on him off Gideon. That's all I could think. He doesn't have taunt up right now, though. Interesting. So maybe my opponent does intend to have this in the fight. I feel like it makes things worse. No infinite lives on Iden. No, I mean, a lot of stuff is just neutralized. Okay, so we've got Afra, some other stuff. Fine. Let's practice our Nightsister versus Jabba nonsense. So, Nightsisters versus Jabba. Let's look for that resistance penetration cron. Here it is. 63% resistance penetration. Okay. Oh, that's not it. That's the Calcron. Yikes. That's the resistance penetration that we usually use for Leia, but since we're not necessarily going to need Leia, let's use it here. 135% resisto penetration. Trying to make Marin hit really hard. That's a lot of resists out of this guy. Look at this. He's taking no plagues. He is completely uninterested in the presence of a plague. We're going to stealth up so they don't target Marin right now, because she's the least healthy of the Nightsisters, and usually the AI is pretty good about just targeting the least health. So hide her out, let the other Nightsisters get lower than she is. This Chrysanthemum cannot be plagued. Look at this dude. This is insanity. This guy. He is unplaguable. Everybody else is getting plagued, but he's resisting everything. All right. We'll just put it on basic. I mean, sooner or later, he has to not resist something, right? These other guys will get turns and they'll die from their plagues. Look at that. 4 plagues in this guy the whole time. Crazy. We're going to spend our whole time just trying to get through Chrysanthemum here. Wow. Resisted. That is some insane tenacity this guy's got. I guess I should have checked datacrons more closely or something, because maybe we should have taken a high potency cron here instead of the magic or the resistance penetration. Okay, here comes the Rancor getting rank with us. Battle's almost half over, 239. I'd say it'll take us another 30 to 40 seconds to kill Chrysanthemum the second time. By then, hopefully, we will have Mother Talzin die again. So we know that if we get in a situation where Chrysanthemum is close to dead but not quite, we can potentially not do a basic and let him take a turn and die from all of his plagues. That does not look like that's going to be the case, though. Look at this. 2 minutes left, and we still haven't even gotten through Chrysanthemum. And he's only Relic 5. Wow, this is impressive. Most impressive. Is 9 plagues enough to kill him from here? I think so. We'll do this. Put it back on basic and hope that a minute 30 is enough. I don't think a minute 30 is going to be enough to kill Jabba. So congrats to him on a however much tenacity he has in that Chrysanthemum. How much do you think people use Nightsisters as the counter here still? Because I guess I hadn't really thought of just like maxing out the tenacity on my Chrysanthemum as a Nightsister sort of stopgap. I guess we could just look at the Datacron here, right? 44% tenacity. It's not that much. It's not that much. So he must have a ton of tenacity on him just as his stats. Interesting. Yeah, certainly throws a wrench in the Nightsister plan. Scout is the one that dazes. Gideon just ruins the team, says Hugsy. Yeah. I feel like it's a mistake, right? I feel like he meant to pick a different character and, put Dark Trooper Gideon in there by mistake. Or it may be that this particular player just doesn't care that much about Grand Arena. Because, he only played one battle. He may be walking away from this whole thing with just one battle played. Which, that's usually a sign of someone who doesn't value Grand Arena as, like, a fun thing that they want to do. Let's see if we can clean the Jabba up with these troopers. That Relic 8 Snow Trooper, y'all. Let's go. Piet Okron. Yeah, they had a thing for the guild, a push to do the next phase of territory battles. And there was different things that everybody could pick from to increase relic levels for the next wave of operations. So I picked the Relic 8 Snow Trooper. Because I'm just that kind of a player that values his Relic 8 Snow Trooper. Yeah, I figure there's probably other people in the guild who don't want to build a Snow Trooper. And it's kind of meme for me, so I volunteered to be one of the Relic 8 Snow Troopers. I think we actually needed 2 of them. So somebody else in the guild did also Relic 8 a Snow Trooper. All right. Jabba down. Troopers doing their job. 36 banners. Let's go. Okay, practicing more matchups here. I want to try just the basic version of the Starkiller team here. So I will need a Jedi. Right? Take a Jedi here. And what else do we need? We need a light side Ufu, is that correct? So I need dark side Ufu, Sith, Jedi, light side Ufu. I think that's how it all works. Okay, and then what kind of Kron do we have here? Armor penetration, potency, crit damage. That's not bad. Bunch of armor penetration and potency. I think I like this one better. All right, so let's see if we can beat Rey with no exile. Although it does have the Enfys Nest in here, though, too. I guess that Enfys Nest might make me a little nervous. Dash for the dazes. Ugh. All right, fine. Let's just do the murder squad. Let's just do this. Okay. Then we want the Cal Kestis Kron in here. All right, let's just use this and just bully him with Malicos, I guess. This is the one we want. Okay. Now we got to try to get some damage immunities on people. There we go. We got Rey and Ben Solo with that one, so that's good. This should get damage immunity on her. Then we're kind of stuck for a second. Oh boy, Stick Ray out, down for the count. Okay. Let's get Dash out of here if we can. Then we got to tap on Rey. Try to get rid of her stacks. We did. That's good. Oh, Starkiller down. This is suddenly looking pretty bad, y'all, because we've only got 3 characters to share this alt. Yeah. Yeah, that did not go according to plan. Okay, Qui-Gon Jinn. Somebody told me Bad Batch works here pretty reliably. We got Echo on defense, though, right now. Another player said they use Grievous, but they're using it with Stap. But let's see if we can work some magic with no Stap, Stap-free, Stapless, unburdened by the presence of a Stap. Yeah, we'll take that. Better to have Datacron or better to have another droid? Probably better to have Datacron. Darkside Tank Ally, Revive. Let's take it. Let's go in. Okay. All right. There's Anakin stunned. Well, without the Stap, it doesn't feel like I'm getting much done here. We'll just do the area of effect, try to mow them all down a little bit here. Okay. Stay on Anakin. Okay, Anakin down. Shock T's having none of it. Okay, we can't get to Yoda over there, but the area effect does some work. Resistant to my stuns there for sure. 29 stacks. Okay. Keep going. Oh! Mundi one-shots the Grievous. And Dooku comes out of nowhere and evens the score. All right. It worked. We successfully separatist them. All right, 501st. Look for a datacron that gives us something good here. This is fine. We'll take it. In we go. And I don't often fight this moms plus brothers. So let's see if that puts an end to gas. Okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? Their team does not currently have doomed on anyone. What is it on their team that's or maybe they just don't have the nomicrons or whatever. The nomicrons. Oof. I'm getting wrecked. Come on, Rex, don't die. Come on, Gas, stand back up. Oh, man. Well, there's the answer to that. Holy cow. They may not have doomed anybody, but Gas doesn't look like a viable option if you mix in the bros here. Bros before Nightsisters. Okay. Elspeth down. Restart the game. Huh. Interesting, interesting. The man, the myth, the legend, the early game snowtrooper. Yeah, I still think the snowtrooper's a pretty effective piece. I do like Iden better as our first trooper now, though, because Iden, her ship is a monster. And her as a character is really good. And she has a cleanse that makes the troopers a lot more viable in some places that they normally aren't. Okay, did that record? It did. Elspeth is gone. Okay. So no Omicrons on the ladies. If all allies are Nightsister at the start of the battle. Oh, is Enoch not a Nightsister? He is not. Okay. So Enoch gives up the Nightsister nonsense, but he prevents critical hits. Yeah, so interesting. Okay. Let's sort this out then with Kenobi. And again, it doesn't look like my opponent's playing. It looks like at this point I'm just practicing. So let's practice. Let's practice. And this should definitely clean up a residual ray. Interesting. So if they start And the moment that they start, they're already below half. That means no damage immunity at all. Or it means that Rey will heal up past half and then get damage immunity on the way back down. Interesting. All right, so... oh, come on with the dodges. Oh, God, that skill. Okay, now kill him. There we go. Cleaned up. Good enough. All right, now... Nightsisters. Who else can we practice here now that Elspeth is gone? I feel like just going in heavy-handed with a Galactic Legend and wiping it out. Here we have Aphra. And we've got... oh. For some reason, I thought we had put Han on defense, but I guess I chose not to put him on defense. I used C-3PO in that last battle. But this is something that works against Aphra, right? Doesn't Han work against Aphra? Let's go check. Let's check. Aphra on defense has got to be pretty low on the list of battles, right? Well, I guess CLS shows 100% win rate, so we'll give that a try. Maybe without C-3PO we're doomed, but we'll find out soon enough. Shrug. Damage. Okay, Aphra down. Steal some turn meter because we can. Try to get rid of buffs. No, his damage immunity is locked, so there's nothing we can do about it. That is a lot of instances of B1 going, though. Oof. Stuck on this damage immune Magna Guard. And that Magna Guard has like no turn meter. All right, the taunt's gone now. Let's proceed to our regularly scheduled robot destruction. I should not steal turn meter from these guys. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was dumb. I stole turn meter from them, which means that I'm waiting even longer now for damage immunity to wear off on these guys. We'll blind them all so that when they do get a turn, they can't do anything. That's the idea anyway. All right, Magna Guard should go soon here. Magna Guard went. And he still has damage immunity. Okay, can't say I understand that. All right, let's get him out of here. We will end up stuck here. We won't be able to clear. We'll have one droid left that we can never get through, right? We'll just be stuck on this guy forever. Oh no, he took a turn. Oh wow. It worked out. It worked out somehow in the timing. We'll use Leia here. Let's just throw in a couple more. We're not going to need Phoenix. We're not going to need... I don't think Phoenix... I'm just trying to think if there's anything we want to practice against those Great Mothers to try to clean up stuff. With Morgan gone, I wonder... I wonder if it might be interesting to try Raddus team there as a cleanup. Could be fun. All right, let's get in here and try to kill this Luthen team with a Galactic Legend. Not because we need to, but because we can. Good enough reason for doing a lot of things in life. Don't know how many it would have taken to beat me up, but I knew how many they were going to use. And that's valuable information. Line from Ron White. I don't know why I remember that line so clearly, but it makes me laugh every time I think about it. He gets thrown out of a bar, and there's like 6 bouncers telling him he's got to leave. And he said he's thinking about fighting them. And he said, I don't know how many of those boys it would have taken to beat me up, but I knew how many they were going to use. And that's valuable information. So, yeah. Don't need a Galactic Legend, but I know how many I have to use. All right, get out of here. All right, Kung Pao Chicken, let's go. Pew. Nice hit. Okay, Rebel Trooper. Let's wipe that mustache right off the board. We'll do an alt. Why not? We can drop the hammer on Luthen. Pew! Probably Mon Mothma can resurrect that guy too, right? Okay. We rolled the logs. We rolled the dice, we rolled the logs, and back wall cleared. Now we just got moms to finish here. And I think it's the same thing. And then, you know what? We are going to try this Raddus team. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to kick Sith Eternal off of that team, though. I don't feel like he would be a good addition to the Rebels here. All right, in we go. Cassian, Jyn, Kanan, Bistan. We don't. Well, we have one more that's Rogue One, but then this relic, we can only use a level 3 relic then. Sure. Okay, let's see if Raddus gets annihilated by this nonsense. I think we have to target Enoch first. Sakala. Okay. Pow getting wrecked over there. Relic 1 proving too little. That wind It's just up all the time. Exposes, not doing much for us. We have hope. And hope killed no one. And we can't kill Enoch? The amount of turn meter that they're getting is pretty amazing. Why? Why? Enoch will just not die at all. That's crazy. Oh man, that wind. So much damage every time she... Look at that. It's up all the time too. That's crazy. Some wild turn meter mechanics here. There's Raddus, and then Jin follows next. Wow. We just got ran over. Okay, so these Knight brothers, they're the real deal. I'm taking Watt tanks. Sure, let's just line up the tanks. Specials give turn meter. In we go. And I don't think that they have any protection anymore, right? Because, well, I guess we have no choice but these two. At the rate that these great mothers refuse to take damage, it's pretty amazing. Oh, and they have Doomed now. Oh man, I killed Enoch. So they actually have the Doomed feature enabled now that I killed the non-Nightsister. Sadness. All right, moms, get out of here. Ya mother. Okay. We'll just beat up this Night Trooper for a little while. Okay. I gotta admit, these guys are surprisingly hearty. Look at this. They're killing everybody. They're in my base killing my dudes. Please remember to hit that like saber if you haven't done that already. Take your like saber, put it right through the like button. It's always satisfying. It'll help you sleep better at night. It's true. I've tested it. Okay, we've got a Chimera fleet. We've got a Profundity fleet and a Negotiator. So this is the one that we need to take out. And we're going to try to use the Ye Old Malevolence. Ye Oldie Malevolence. Malevolence. Bah, I can't talk. Malevolence. Sure, in we go. And they'll get an early reinforcement of the TIE Interceptor. But we still should be able to do what must be done. We're going to target this Scythe first, as long as nobody else has taunt. Actually... Okay. Oh, cleanse? What? Cleanse the buzz droids? That's not cool. All right, fine. Let's do one of these. Scythe down. Let's put buzz droids here. And mass assist. Okay. Nice. Put some buzz droids here. Cleanse those, nerd. All right. Let's go. And now we've kind of got no choice. We're going to end up just attacking this guy, letting him dodge, feeding a billion turn meter to the enemy capital ship. All right, here we go. We can attack this for a minute. Well, I can't reinforce, and I don't want to use skills that give me more vulture droids when the whole field is full. Pew! All right. Cleared. Chimera. Down. We could take the Profundity with the Exegutor. If anybody's a Pokemon fan. Exegutor. That's some kind of creature that looks like a palm tree. Oof. So much dazing. Let's just go ahead and put the breach there. Make sure we get the kill here. And then everything else after that should be academic. Whatever they've done that leaves these ships like partially tilted from their turn, it drives me crazy. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that look like everything's constantly tilted the wrong way kind of drives me a little bonkers. Nothing to do with OCD. Nope, definitely not. The ships are not neat. They're not in a line. It's not the way they're supposed to be. Okay, and then we can do Profundity here. All right, we don't need this. We don't need this. We can take in that. And let's go. And this also should be relatively straightforward. It is sometimes anyway. Okay. Looking good. We'll target this. We'll go ahead and let the enemy capital ship do the unending loyalty on everybody. No reason to kill Anakin and let him get it twice. All right. But now it seems like a nice time to give that a try. Okay. Area of effect, is it enough? It is. Goodbye, Anakin. Goodbye, sweet Anakin. All right. And I did not expose myself to the most ridiculous skill in the game. I still, to this day, among all the skills in all the characters and ships, I still think that this skill on the Negotiator is literally the most busted thing in the entire game. I can't even explain how ridiculous I think this skill is. Here we go. Attack everybody with area of effect. Daze everyone. Call a mass assist and buff your ships. Do all of that. It's literally like 4 different skills, all of which are good separately, but then combined into one skill. An area effect, a mass daze, a mass assist, and buffs for your own ships. That is way too much for one skill. It's less relevant now than it was in the past, and the ship's always been beatable. It's never been that that skill made this ship unbeatable. But like, you know, I could beat the Negotiator pretty reliably with my First Order. But, you know, if you're playing First Order, getting everybody dazed and damaged and all, it's just debilitating. It's like, it's more than I can do in a full turn with 3 ships. And that's just the capital ship ability, you know? It's really good. You just don't see that very often where one skill has like all of that stuff rolled into it. All right, we got a full clear. Matt the Bat, I don't think he's got enough time to come back and make this work. I think Matt the Bat probably could have beat me this round. If he could have cleared, then you know, he'd had it. But I just feel like, you know, sometimes you just get the feeling that a player doesn't value GAC that much, and I think this player just didn't care. It's not that he couldn't win; he just doesn't really care about GAC that much. Still in Kyber 3 though. All right, well, I'll probably throw down a couple games of Alpha League, since it's kind of a short stream. I didn't get to do much else. They've changed Alpha League around a bunch. And I only got to play a couple games briefly the other day. So I kind of feel like I want to play some Alpha League. And y'all can watch if you want to, or you can, you know, not. This is the one we need. Yeah, there we go. All right, so good stuff with the GAC. We got a little bit of experimentation done. Got to try a few things. Found out that the Nightsisters, if they include Enoch, is a completely different battle that we have to do differently. That was not news that I was ready for, I think. Jar Jar says, cool, Alpha League. So they've changed around how traits work now a lot. So before, every time you got 5 levels, you would just get a trait. Now, you get a piece of a trait every level. They lowered the cap on the first one so that any 4 points in any skill gives you a level. So it's really easy to grab the first few levels. But like, let's say you have 6 different traits, 7 different traits on a character. Those traits are divided up in anywhere from 2 to 5 pieces. And you have to buy each piece. You only have 8 slots. So I made the mistake of going for 2 traits that had 5 each. And I got 4 of each and filled up all my slots. And when I got one to complete, it wouldn't complete. So it's weird the way it works now. Let's try the Crunch Mech. Haven't tried him since the update. This is into a mech. He kind of stumbles against characters that build heavy mech, because sometimes those characters can build a lot of burst damage, and it takes me too long to kill them. But there's no frost, and there is weaponry, And, you know, I've had fun with builds before where I just build lots of health and weaponry and just go crazy with attacks. Okay, Space Labs gives us 5 levels. So you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about here. So now, Behemoth 3, this is one of 5 skills that you need to assemble the Behemoth. Permanently gain 150 hit points for each player battle victory. So let's take Valor Medal here. All right. And Gigantification. Yeah, that's kind of the only thing we want. And now, if we're looking at a 3rd skill, we can't take another 3rd skill. Because if you start building these out and you get like 3 of these and 5 of these, and you've started building another skill, I guess we could do... I'm just going to discard it and get a reroll for us. And then we could pick up another Valor Medal here and have 2 out of 3. And Fully Armed is only a 2 part, so we can pick that up and add it. So now we've got 2 out of 3 here, 1 out of 2 here. And, I mean, if we picked up 4 out of 5 on Gigantification, we'd still be okay. So we've only got 8 slots to fill. Once you get something completed, it takes all of the parts, assembles the whole, and then it drops down out of your... max health 1200. Let's take that for sure. Get some protein powder in that first slot. Okay, Vitality Burst just gives us hit points. That's going to be better for the early game for us. Here's something that's got health on it. We'll click that. And then I'll just wait. I may want some healing. Yeah, we'll just wait. We've got 560 gold. I'll hang around like... We'll hang around mid-level gold and try to get some... Did this guy get protein powder too? He had to have. Yeah, look at that. He got protein powder as well. Both the mechs did. Interesting. But we're somehow doing better than he is by quite a bit. Quite a margin. So we can look at the statistics and see. Huh. That's just weird. I don't understand. So we did 15 crunch flurry attack. He did 15 crunch flurry attacks. We only did 11. Oh, we only did 8. 11 normal attacks. How did we resist? I don't know. Man, I don't get it. I don't get... Something went well for us. Healing? Could it be just that that little tiny bit of healing is enough? I don't know. That's strange. Okay, we got Aloya's mechs dead, so this is going to be close. Oh, we just barely win it. 46 hit points remaining. He's got 2,000 health already? How? How does he have 2,000 health? Oh, he did a blood trial and he got levels. Still, that is a lot. All right, we could pick up some more health stuff here. Health went past level 4, so we already got another level up. Yeah, we can't take any of this. So we're going to use a reroll on it. And it's all trash again. Now, so we've got two dropped skills. We've got 4 out of 6 that we could use. It's pretty awful. Okay, let's take that. Let's take steady boost for some attack speed. We'll go down to 800 gold. See if we can win a battle this way. We're doing okay, but he's currently ahead of us. There's our ult. It looks like we passed him just a little bit with our ult, so maybe we'll be okay to win this. Helsing's a pretty weak champion early on, but look, this guy's a level 11 already. That is crazy. These guys all got like level up skills and stuff. All right. Health. More health. Evasion. I don't mind evasion so much. It's survivability in this build. Self-healing body we'll sit at 700. Oh my god. Again, we get a bunch of stuff we can't use. I think we'll have to take Aftershock here. And then we'll just have to be careful with Gigantification. And hope that we fill in one of the other skills. Nope. Let's re-roll it. And we get a Gigantification. Wow. Yeah, we're doing pretty bad at building our traits, y'all. We're 6 out of 8. 2 Gigantifications, 2 Valor Medals. Only 1 of each on 2 other skills. We will probably end up throwing away one of those skills at one point. Which I hate, but... Tactide, let's do Tyrant's Might. Damage Reflection's a damage source. Spear of Healing's just another way to trigger healing stuff. Undying Body has a health on it. We'll take more health. Flying Shield, I don't mind that. I mean, if it's going to give it to me. Vitality Burst here, Steady Boost here. Okay, we'll run this down a little bit. Fully Armored, we got that now. Okay. Let's discard this, I guess. Go back in. Aftershock, fine. Aftershock, we'll finish that. And then Vent. I don't really want Vent, and I don't really want Annihilation Conviction. I don't want either one of those skills. Gigantification, Valor Medal. Okay, let's just get out of here. I think we'll go with Early Bird. Grab skills when we get to level 3. That seems like could be good for us. Alright, let's re-roll this. Behemoth, I don't mind. We'll take a level in Behemoth, I guess. Okay, Vitality we'll take. We'll take this just because it's got a weaponry on it. I don't mind getting weaponry skills. We'll activate that. When you deal damage, there's a chance to heal. We'll take that. We're bought in. What I will probably do is start saving money now through the carousel. I would like to get a couple more levels and see if I could finish out this Valor Medal. Would really like to finish that Valor Medal. Okay, we got a couple hits off on this Cull. Cull is not a good matchup. Cull is really good into tank champions. His passive steals 1% mana and health every second. So when you're playing a character that has a ton of health, he's stealing a lot of health. So 55 hit points every second. It steals a lot of health. Devouring Blade, I think I like. Self-healing body, I think, is too good to pass up. Let's sit on 220 gold. I'm trying to get my free reroll used here, but I think I'll just save it. So we'll gain a little bit of interest here. We're on a big win streak, so we're on a 6-win streak, and losing the win streak would cost us a lot of money. Oh, he had the ultimate for poison. So we took a bunch of poison damage, and we really didn't take much damage from it. We really didn't take much damage from it. That's crazy. 1,400 damage from the poison. That's it. And he has 2 ultimates already. He's got the poison ult and Wheel of Fate. And we just flung basic attacks at him and won. This champ too strong. 29 life remaining and we're on fire. Okay. Vulnerable and mech, and they're going to leave up health for me. Look at this. I can... No. Oh, he didn't want it anyway. How do you like that? Okay. 21 health. We'll get our next upgrade at 24. Go to 800 hit points. Or 600 hit points, I mean. Let's spend 600 here. Let's get the shield counter going. Let's take this because it has a health printed on it. Attack suppression is just too good to pass up. And then wind missile. We'll definitely take wind missile. That's usually pretty good damage. Gigantification, we'll get another level in that. And then just garbage again. Come on. When you discard, you get a reroll. So like the next time we get a skill, we can look at it and then reroll it. And if we don't like it, we can discard it. So you have a pretty good chance of getting the things that you need. But like if I take other skills other than Gigantification or Valor Medal, I could take one other skill. But let's say I got 4 of my 5 Gigantification. The next skill, the 5 out of 5 has to fit within these 8 slots. Otherwise, you have to throw one away, which we don't want to do. Healing Suppression, we'll take that almost every time it's up. Life Plunder is good, but taking Self-Healing Body to 6%, I think, is better. All right, come on, Gigantification. All right, we can finish Valor Medal, so we'll definitely take that. Now that frees up a slot. Permanently gain 150 max hit points for each player victory, so it comes pretty late in the game. But now we can start working on something else if it's offered. We've still got the Gigantification in process. We've still got Behemoth, 1 Behemoth. But we can see what else is offered to us now. But you can see level 16, we've pretty much been able to build 3 traits. And before you would have had 3 traits at 15. So it's not so different than it used to be in what you get. You just really have to pick what you want and stick to it. What plans have we come up with for entering the stone on Monday? We really haven't planned, man. We're just winging it. I think we're going back in through the bottom again. We'll take another Behemoth. Sure, why not? More healing stuff. When you heal, we can do damage. I don't mind taking that. And here's our Titanic Power that we're offered because we got this and we've got the early bird. So we'll take that alt or that legendary. And I would like to get to the weaponry legendary also. Sitting on 230 gold. I didn't really want to take that poison. Maybe I should have. Oh man, he has a lot of healing. We'll lose this just because he has way too much healing. Look at that. Look at that. We don't have a chance. Maybe if we get, I don't know, lose more life, get more something. I don't know what we would need to get. But yeah, he's just stealing too much life from us, so there we go. Win streak over. Okay, more health skills. We can increase our crit chance. Let's re-roll that. Gaze of the Elder, opponent healing minus 70%. Gotta love that. When you deal damage, you give him 3 poison stacks. That's not what I want, but I'll take it. Curse formation, also not what I want, but I'll take it. The way my build is working right now, I don't really have a fast kill condition. So taking things that will continue to give me poisons and vulnerables over time isn't a bad strategy. It just increases my overall ability to do damage throughout the match. Vulnerables, even if you don't have a lot of vulnerable, the benefit that it gives you is it still strips away the enemy's shields. Shield and vulnerables cancel each other 1 for 1. So even though I may not be getting a lot of vulnerables stacked up on the enemy, I'm just using the vulnerable then to cancel their shields, which is a big deal. It's really a big deal. Okay, so we took a detour for a couple skills that we didn't really need. I really would like to get that weaponry going now, though. Okay, healing suppression, we'll still take it. So we're at 70%. This will take us to 90% healing suppression. That's pretty good. We'll take this bloody curse too. Every time we heal, we put vulnerable on. Actually, devouring blade's probably better because that gets us to 16 weaponry. Gets us our no, it doesn't. 16's nothing. 16 does nothing for us. Probably still take the weaponry one though. It's better for us overall. The amount of healing suppression that we have really shuts this healer down, so I feel bad for Furion playing a healer character into this 90% healing reduction nonsense that we've built. 7,200 hit points. It's I would love to end with this character around 10,000, but usually don't get there. So 7,600 is pretty good. If they leave health for me, I'll take it. Actually, wouldn't mind either healing or vulnerable. We get the vulnerable. It's not bad. Take another behemoth. Devouring blade here, huh? Yeah, let's take that. Preemptive pain is good, but I actually think the curse formation. Again, the preemptive pain is burst up front. The curse formation is more of a, long time. We'll take the life plunder next. It'll give us, basically other people are going to be life plundering us anyway, so we're just going to be stealing back some of the life that they're stealing from us. Okay. I'm very thankful for our little vulnerable stacks here. Getting rid of that guy's shields. That helps a lot. Looks like he must have had the... Oh, no, he didn't. I saw him sitting there at 1 life. I thought, ooh, if he has 1 life and he still has 1 life, then he must have had the skill that allowed him to do that. Steady boost, Tyrant's Might. This is more hit points. We got to just take hit points everywhere we find them. Corrosive Curse. Upgrading that isn't bad. All damage results go up for every unique vulnerable skill we have. If I take that, I have to skip weaponry. It doesn't look like we're going to get there on weaponry anyway now, though. All right, we've nerfed this guy's healing, so his ability to heal has been significantly reduced. But his ability to dodge is off the hook. Look at this. Wow, he's got dodge maxed or something. Cole. 31 out of 40 dodge. Yikes. All right, well, we're going to need more damage against this guy. We're actually going to need to go heavier on vulnerable. A lot heavier on vulnerable because obviously we're not going to be able to hit him with basic attacks at all, right? And you'll be able to dodge magic damage, so vulnerable's kind of the only thing we got left. It's crazy. We'll take vulnerable stuff. Gale Sword I don't think I even want. That's not going to help us against him. And he's currently first place, right? We got to, if we're going to play for first place, we got to play against him. Okay. Poison Surge. When you heal, you get Plague. That's too late. Okay, we'll win. We should win this one pretty handily, though. I don't think anybody's really built that heavy into mech, have they? Okay, well, Aloya, of course. But the healer had some in mech. That's it. So he didn't really have too much of a mech challenge here. If we get to 24 vulnerable, that will get us the early bird, so it'll get us the ultimate. You have 1% more evasion. We're going to reroll this and look for vulnerable stuff. There's one vulnerable. Let's reroll one more time. Okay, we've got damage reflection showing, so we'll be able to buy damage reflection. Then we'll be offered the ultimate, the legendary skill for vulnerable, and that will allow us to do more and more and more stacks of vulnerable. So that's nice. I think it gives 10 stacks of vulnerable and does 40 damage or something like that. So it's not a lot of stacks of vulnerable, but it does trigger like every 0.4 seconds, so it goes off a lot, and it cancels shields. It's just constantly eating away the opponent's shields. That's what we want it for. Although we can't buy it, look. Oh, we did get 360. Okay, okay. So we'll take that death erosion. What is this garbage? 3 in gigantification, 3 in behemoth. Just about the worst we could have. Gigantification. Okay. Let's see if we can beat Cool Cat now. I mean, he's got a ton of shield, but you can see that we're flashing over to vulnerable sometimes, you know. All I can say is we are canceling a lot of his shielding. If we weren't doing that, this would be rough, even rougher. Okay, we're reborn. And we got him. We got him. We got him. Okay. Whew. Yeah, he went into the shield alt there at the end. And we're going to get more vulnerable. I don't know why he would have allowed us to take the vulnerable there. We can't take any of this stuff. We just got to discard it. Let's life plunder. Let's reduce all damage taken for every shield skill. Flying shield is just more damage, so we're going to take that for now. And then I don't think I want that at all. I don't really think I want dodge at all either, but we'll see. All right, so this starts out in his favor, and very quickly we go down. That's what happened last time. It's happening again this time. But he's done something. He got to his vulnerable ult or something, because he just did a ton more damage there than he did the last time we saw him. Steady boost, I don't really think is helping us. Let's take it. Let's take it. Gear rewind, I wouldn't mind having. That'll give us a little more buffer on the way down. Not much, but a little bit. But yeah, he oh, he got frontline. That's what happened. He got frontline, and it's exactly what I said at the beginning, that a full mech build actually stalls me out just long enough that they can get through me. I've seen that happen before. The extra mech just gives really quite a lot of time, extra time to the opponent. Iron Skin we'll take here. Preemptive Pain we'll take. Steady boost, I guess we'll take. That'll get us Unrivaled Frenzy. This is garbage. Re-roll it. This is also garbage. An opportunity to finish out one of our other skills just is not going to materialize. Okay, we're doing okay though. We're stabilizing. Come on, come on, come on. Heal faster, heal faster. Okay, there's our resurrection. And it still wasn't enough time. Okay. So I think we're done. I think we've officially lost here. We're going to do frontline. Again, it'll just try to buy us more time with another mech that gives us 1,200 more hit points to get through. We'll be able to buy Unrivaled Frenzy here and attack faster. Is he doing poison damage in any? He's doing some poison damage. We'll take Antidote. Why not? Shield Interfere we'll definitely take. And if I live through the next round, then we'll deal with that. Yeah, I think I've lost here. We got the Unrivaled Frenzy, but he's got dodge, so we're not going to be able to do much with the Unrivaled Frenzy. It's not helping us that much. Yeah, we're missing everything. Look, it's just nothing but a non-stop stream of misses coming up over his head. So we didn't get anything to stop the evasion, and let's say we equaled out on vulnerable skills. The fact that he's got a passive that's chewing away at my health on top of it, he's constantly stealing health from me. If the two of us are completely equal on builds, him stealing my health is always going to win it for him. Call's interesting character. I like it. But, yeah, he got full evasion. And then this is... let's see. Yeah, he got something that gave him a lot of evasion. All right, second place, though, not bad. We're starting over, by the way. The season reset on April 1st. So I am at, like, number 1 million now. Your ranking is based largely on your win rate, but also a lot on how much you play. So with the reset. KDM says, glad I was finally able to catch one of your streams. I've been watching all the holocrons from the beginning. Awesome. Hey, cool, man. Good to have you here. Playing a little Alpha League. Not Galaxy of Heroes at the moment. All right, no vulnerables. If you can get Retaliate built on her, it's really good. There is Inner Fire and Spell, though. Let's re-roll this and try to... Yeah, I would like to play Samuel. Again, I haven't played him since the last patch. I'm trying to open a drink here, and the drink is defying me. We got it. We defeated the bottle. All right, so we're going to build tons of Inner Fire with this champion, of course. But we're also going to build Spell. And if the whole thing goes off like we want it to, we will get Spell, instant Spell, do our ult, and stack up billions on our Inner Fire, and just really do naughty things to the enemies. Okay, Herald of Rage. Damage coefficient of passive skill is increased. That's pretty good. Passive skill reduces enemies' magic resist by 4 per activation. Damage coefficient of passive skill, I think that's better for us overall. Every 1.8 seconds repel all frost stacks. I don't think that's really relevant, is it? Inferno, Inner Fire boost 3%, Dread Siege. I think we'll take Dread Siege. Rage. And we're looking for Dread Siege. I mean, we want a lot of this stuff, but... Okay, Follow the Tide gives us gold, crit skills. I think we'll just take the money. Inner Fire on this, Inner Fire on this, Inner Fire on this. We just click everything with Inner Fire. When you take damage, gain Inner Fire. Sure. When we cast a spell, gain Inner Fire. Mechs give us Inner Fire. That was a lot. That was a lot of skills in a row that gave Inner Fire. So we're basically looking for Inner Fire or spells. Okay, let's get in here. Beast Fangs, Dread Siege. Focus up. Okay, re-roll this. Garbage. Discard. Okay. So we've got 4 out of 6. That's not fantastic. But we've got 2 each on Herald and Dread Siege. If we see one of those ones that have it's a 2 skill, I definitely could take that. I just can't take another 4 or 5 for sure. Okay, 790 gold. It's not bad. We haven't lost yet. We're on a little win streak here for our first couple fights. So I'm going to keep spending. There's a spell book. Shield Surge. I don't mind having the basic unit of shield. Frost Fire, Holy Fire is spell plus. This is just a damage source though. We got to take spell and Inner Fire. Let's take another rare skill here. Let's take this. Let's take another one of these. Reroll it. And I guess we'll take Blood Tracer. If it's just going to keep giving us stuff we can't use, we got to try to make it work. Okay, we're on 300 gold. I'm focusing on trying to get a win streak going here. So I'm willing to spend my money to extend my win streak over trying to collect interest. We took the boat. The boat increases our reroll cost. So as long as we can click skills and keep going, we're often going to do that. Try to make sure that we can take advantage of our reroll every turn. That's a spell book. This is an Inner Fire. Basic unit of Inner Fire here. What are we going to get? Looks like we're going to get Shield. I don't mind Shield. I guess I wouldn't mind Mech either, but we'll take Shield by preference. Okay, Herald of Rage. We got 3 of those now. See, and this is where we get ourselves in trouble. We've got six of the slots filled. So we'll take Blood Tracer, and now we have to finish something. We really can't take any of this other stuff. Okay. Reroll this. Oh, there was an Inner Fire there that I didn't see until it was too late. We're on 290 gold. Should be fine. We've got a damage source already activated with our Inner Fire. So does he. He's taking Inner Fire as well. We stacked up to 300. I saw 500 flash on there, so we've got pretty decent Inner Fire going on already. Pick up that Frostfire Storm here. And nothing. Spellbook, Inner Fire, Spellbook plus Inner Fire, Preemptive Shield. I'm just going for the burst. My own burst. We'll save 200. We'll collect interest on 200. I already used my free reroll for the turn, so I'm okay with that. Going to 8 spells, not a big deal for me. Right, our level up comes at 12. So the level ups used to be 8 and 16, and now they're 4 and 12. So you can get your first few levels a little earlier, try to complete one of these traits or two. Okay, and then we can fight the monster, and then we'll see from there. So the reason Spell is so fun with him is because Spell not only gives you ultimate boost when you do your ultimate, and his ultimate actually doesn't do damage, right? It just gives you inner fire stacks. But his passive says when you land a normal attack, magic damage by 50% of your inner fire stacks. Spell increases your magic damage. So if you can get your spell built up to where you're getting, 60% spell damage, and you get some traits and all that stuff stacks up together. When you pull the trigger on that ult, your inner fire just like shoots up to 1,000. And I've had it before where like one instance of the magic damage just straight up kills the other player. Free reroll here. Take spellbook there. We get more spellbooks up. Okay, Herald of Rage. That'll complete the Herald of Rage. And that's another 30% on our Burning Passion. So now we do damage equal to 80% of our inner fire stacks. And if we've got 1,000 inner fire stacks, 80% is 800 additional magic damage. And if you got a bunch of multipliers on top of that, it could easily be double. So you do like 1,600 damage. That would kill this guy in one touch, right? 1,600 is his hit points. And you can see Burning Passion, that's what's doing the most damage out of my stuff. Body armor is interesting here. How many people are doing physical damage? Most of them are doing some kind of physical damage. I don't mind just taking armor here. Although that holds back my, you know what? I'm just going for burst damage. But you got to stay alive to burst. Okay, fine. Maybe that'll let us win in a burst versus burst situation. Inner fires, inner fires, inner fires, more inner fires. And then spell. We could take Molten Shield or inner fire over here. Let's figure out what we're going to take next here, because we've got slots available. We got a 2 and a 3. We could take another 3, potentially another 4 if we wanted to. Armor and magic resistance. We'll take the fangs. We'll take more fangs. And we'll take Dread Siege. And we have to finish either fangs or siege. Well, anything we get. Tracer fangs or siege, anything will finish. Give us more slots, so that's good. Preemptive shield. Oh boy, do I take more spell? I think I want more spell. Add shield, get inner fire. That's too good though. I got to take the inner fire stuff as a priority. Okay, that's not spell or inner fire. Magic mark. Man, look, so good. More spell stuff. And now we're on things that we don't want, so chill out. We'll wait for the next free reroll. We're not going to pay 80 for a reroll. I don't mind collecting a little bit of interest. We're on a 7-win streak. So I definitely want to continue my win streak, but I don't mind. That looked easy. Let's take a look, see how much damage we're doing. Look at that, Burning Passion, 67% of our damage is coming from this passive. So this thing here that says normal attacks land, they deal extra magic damage to 80% of inner fire stacks. That's 2/3 of our damage. Now we are fighting into an evasion champion, but you know, maybe we can find some anti-evasion tricks as we go along. If they leave spell or inner fire up, I feel like that would be fantastic. Which one will I take? Probably spell. I mean, I've got a lot of inner fire, so we'll take spell here. Get up to 20 spell. Evasion denial we'll take. begin the combat with 150 inner fire. We'll take modification. I mean, that would get us a level because of the health. So we'll take that. Take magic mark. Reroll this nonsense. Okay. Back. Anything? Nothing. All right, let's reroll this. Discard it. Nothing. We're still doing really well, though. I mean, we're shredding through our opponents. We're averaging like 500 to 600 inner fire through the combat, so that's pretty fantastic. When we can just automatically do a spell, that'll get us another 100 stacks of inner fire every time we actually do our ult. So the amount of inner fire that we get should be pretty amazing. And there's nobody really building frost to stop us. Crit will get us a level. So let's level up from that. Evasion Denial we're definitely going to take. Evasion Denial we're going to take. Magic Surge feels good here. That's all of our money, though. Okay. Reroll this. Oh, come on. Let me finish something, please. Please, I've got 3 skills. I just need to finish any one of them. 3 traits ready to go. Okay, that was dominant. That was dominant. Look at that. 10 hits from Burning Passion to do 1,200 damage, though. That's not great. How does she have so much magic resist? Don't know. Don't see it. What's her skill? Ultimate base damage plus 80. It seemed like she wasn't taking as much damage as I might have expected from my magic damage here. But okay. Let's keep leveling up here. We'll take the free reroll here. Ice Barrier is just more skills to try to level up. There's a spell book. Here's a bunch of different inner fire. I think I would rather stop my enemies from getting inner fire than get more of it myself. I don't think I want any of that. Okay. Let's re-roll this. Please let me finish something. Please. Please. Okay, lots of misses here. We're just going crazy into the dodge. But we did manage to finish it finally. No healing in this arena, so that's good. I don't have to deal with too much healing nonsense. I think if we hadn't taken the body armor, we probably would have lost that one, right? Reborn Copy Ninja. I think Copy Ninja all day long. Let's just try to keep extending our win streak. I've changed my mind on this. I think I might actually want some of the... Nah, you know what? Reroll it. Judgment Day. We'll take our ultimate for inner fire. That's good. For sure. Shield Surge. Evasion Charm. Let's just try to get more levels. Here's a spellbook picture. We don't want any of that stuff. Let me finish a skill. Oh my goodness gracious. This is terrible. We've whiffed on like, what is that, 5 in a row now? Oh boy, this guy's taking no damage at all. All right, let's get through his mech. There we go. Now we can start seeing what kind of damage we're doing to him. He's got a lot of frost. He must have a lot of frost because we're struggling to get our inner fire stacks real high against him. He keeps chilling us out. Okay, we've popped his shield and we've popped him. Only 6 out of 12 for frost. Interesting. Interesting. Mech. You got to go all the way to 24 with mech. I think that's just a reroll for us here. There's Interfire Spellbook, Evasion Denial we want. There's a Spellbook. There's a Spellbook. You and your drones gain health. Here's a Spellbook. 200 gold that we can collect. Come on, Copy Ninja. It failed on the first. Last round we had the opportunity to Copy Ninja, and it just went from 60% copy to 80% copy, so we missed out on it. Okay. Let's look and see who's building Frost. So Nuclear Joe's building Frost. A little bit on Awful. Not a lot of Frost being built. Interesting. That's good for us. I have to take whatever they give me, so it's crit. Sure. That's enough to get me a level. Come on, let me finish something. Please let me finish something. There we go, Beast Fangs. Yay! I finished a skill. I feel so good. Anti-freezing. That goes right into our plan. Flying Shield, I think we could probably take that. Just another damage source. When you take damage, freeze an enemy. I wouldn't mind having a little. Let's just do the preemptive Frost. Let's just do the Frost at the start. Oh, we get another completion. All right, well, we cleared out and got two completions. He got the critical ult that takes half your life right at the start. It's not as good into mech because the mech shares that initial damage, but it still did a lot of damage to me. Still did a lot. I really want to get spell all the way up to 40, but it feels like we're a long way off. We don't really have that much money. Copy Ninja failed us again. Let's re-roll here. Yeah, and we re-roll. I guess we could take more mech. I'll take one click here. There's spell. And then we're going to re-roll all this health stuff. I really don't feel like health is where I want to be. Level 20. Come on, Copy Ninja. Steal some good spell skills from somebody. Yeah, we'll probably just steal crit skills from this guy, but I'll take them. Of course, he does have a little bit of Frost. I wouldn't mind stealing a couple Frosts from him. Let's see. Okay, we got crit, evasion. Okay. Combat instinct, we'll start taking that. We get offered combat instinct again here. Sure, we'll take it. Reroll this garbage. All evasion stuff. 80 cost to reroll. Boy, I sure don't want any of this. Let's dodge magic at 80%. Oh my goodness, this is so bad. Your magic damage can crit. We'll take that. Oof. Just all kinds of crit and evasion stuff that we're offered. We'll sit on 530 gold. This is the dodge champion, and she is indeed dodging everything we're throwing. It's a loss for us. Reset the win streak. All right, we'll take that after all. Modification for the drones. Gear rewind to give us another drone on the way down. That just bought us some more time. Spell. Anti-freezing. You and your drones gain 600 hit points. Free reroll on this. And we get more health skills. Let's discard this garbage and look to finish out one of our other skills. Okay, we dealt with his mechs pretty handily. I really want to get spell finished here. Stuck. All drones gain hit points. Oof. Sure. It's not giving me any spells. Come on, steal spells. Steal spell from her. Come on, copy ninja. All right, here we go with evasions. Ooh, she's not getting as lucky with the evasions this time. We had a couple rounds where we got through. We did get one spell from her. Let's grab inner fire if we can. Nope, missed it. Evasion's what we get. But 24 evasion will be a level for us. 24 mech would be a level for us. We just got to pass on this nonsense. Soul offering, that finishes out our inner fire. Right? And let's take more combat instinct. Wouldn't mind finishing that blood tracer. That would be nice. All right. Oh, she's got life plunder maxed out. She steals a lot of life from us right at the start. We get the mid-mech. Buys a little time, but not enough. It all comes down to her dodges. I mean, unless we can get... does any of this convert my losses into wins? Does more inner fire help? Bigger damage off of inner fire, I guess. Doesn't hurt too much. We're just not getting that spell, guys. We're struggling to finish this spell out. 5-2 will get us one legendary skill, though. So if we haven't gotten it by 5-2, and if we can survive that long, we will, right? Yeah, we've got enough life that we'll survive the next battle. So we can pick up evasion and mech and try to finish those out to 24. We just finished mech to 24. Anti-freezing. What is she taking for freezing? Not much. Anti-freezing. Crit chance, I guess. Magic can crit. That's good for us. We'll just take some stuff here. Predator. None of this. Reroll. None of that either. I also would like to get my 3rd level of Hex here. Ooh. We won. Okay, so here we're going to take Arcane Storm. I think we definitely just want that spell right up front. We really want to get this to 40 because that's going to jump us up on our spell damage by a lot. And there's the last spell that we needed. Here's Hex. Here's Shields. Let's do Evasion instead. There's our last Hex. That's beautiful. Reroll this. Finish Blood Tracer. All right. So now we're going to start out with an alt. We're going to put this character into Sheep right away. And I believe that's going to let her not dodge for those couple hits. And I don't know if you guys saw how fast that second alt came up, but I basically did an alt and then like 2 seconds later did my second alt. Yeah. That is nasty. When you get this far up, ooh, she got Gatling gun and boxing gloves. That's why she was doing so much damage. Look at that. And if I hadn't picked that armor up, man, I got lucky picking that armor up because this would have shredded me if I didn't have that armor. Yeah, lucky second artifact pick. I really didn't want to pick the armor. I was really thinking about re-rolling and going for more burst, but that's great. So Jar Jar, with regards to going into the going into the stone on Monday, for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, I play in a Dungeons & Dragons campaign that's live on Monday nights. So for 3 hours on Monday nights, me and some other people, we stream a really interesting module called Goblin Stone by a professional game master called DM Feanor. It's a fun thing. So if you're into that kind of thing, look up DM Feanor on Monday nights. But if you haven't noticed, Jar Jar, it doesn't really matter how many plans we make. DM prefers for things to not go according to plan and then just kind of make up things as we go along and kind of get the dice involved in the storytelling. So I think when you've played with a DM like him for as much time as we have, you do kind of default to this mode where you say, okay, we can make some rudimentary plans, but we know it's not going to work out anyway. Like our plans will not survive the first contact of battle. So I think we just got to use what the goblin told us. We know that there's traps and a lot of hidden archers. So if we can get Millie armored up, if we can get Millie's armor class really high, she can take the dodge action and walk ahead of the group and take all those ready to actions from the archers. I think that would help us a lot. No spell, no weaponry. Yes, inner fire. We've got Cull here. Whew. I'm actually going to take the armor champion. And what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to assume, I was going to assume that other people are going to take toxic and vulnerable stuff. And then we're going to try to build this champion into vulnerables and toxins. And we're going to use shield and heal and whatever else we can get, right? Retaliate is the thing that we need the most. Armor and magic resistance increased. That's probably not bad for us, so we'll take High Mountain to start. I would love to see the retaliate skill, though. When you get hit with a normal attack, you just retaliate. Shield interferes is good. Undying Body is good. This is all good. We'll try to use our free reroll here. I want the poison. I want the antidote. I'm not going to reroll that, so let's take that. Let's reroll this. Okay. Us and drones gaining 100 hit points is okay, but it's not healing. It's not shielding. I suppose we could build health, shield, health, heal, and just play a build that's completely based on durability. The arena that we're in, keep yammering is pretty good. We will eventually have quite a bit of gold off that if we can use it. Loot Master's not bad. Keep hammering takes a really long time to pay off. And we'll take it. We'll take it. But it does mean that we kind of have to build up to our maximum interest here at first. Because Keep Hammering says if you buy something with the same skill, it refunds you 30 gold. So you kind of need to maximize your income or go on a big win streak, one or the other. I suppose we could take that as part of our attempt to go on a win streak. That'll get us some healing. Our first little tiny ticks of healing. And the poison's just too much for us here, unfortunately, so off we go. All right. Curse Surge is really good. I want it, but we got to try to take advantage of Keep Hammering, and that's right now on health and healing. And I didn't get a shield. I would just take a shield if it was up, but okay. We used our free reroll. We'll sit on 710 gold. I don't mind losing a few here at the start. If you lose at the start, it also, you know, puts you sooner on the first carousel. And if I could pick up shield off the first carousel, that would be a pretty big deal. The fact that I gained so many shields messes with his ability to put vulnerables on me, so that's good. We're a pretty good matchup in the call compared to some other things. We will go second. There's no shielding, but there is a heal. So we're going to try to grab this heal. Okay, let's grab our next couple skills. Counter-Strike, there it is. We're going to take that for sure. Second level of Counter-Strike. Let's go. That's a pretty good skill. We're at 1,000 gold. All right, here we could keep hammering and get a refund on that. When you deal damage, there's a chance to heal. I think we want that, even though it's not hammering. Antidote, oof, keep hammering is doing so badly for us right now. I think we have to take the antidote. It's another skill, it's another trait level up for us. We're not getting any shield though, is the issue. We're getting like no shielding going on here. And our lack of shields showed itself very nicely there. This guy just ripped us apart with vulnerables. Oh, he's got Copy Ninja. Oh my goodness. A Copy Ninja with a bunch of vulnerable skills early on. This player probably just won the game. I imagine nobody's going to catch him. Let's re-roll this. Let's just take things that let us keep hammering. Healing Suppression is good. Oof. All right. Sunset Flare. What do we got here? We've got High Mountain and Counter-Strike. Layered Peaks is really good. Solar Flare is okay. We'll take Layered Peaks. If we have to kick a skill, we will, but we'll try not to. All right, we're at 1,000 gold. We'll kill the monster here. And then we got to just keep hammering. So at this point, we've got to go on a streak where we just look for healing or look for shielding and just beeline the same skill over and over and over again. So here we're offered healing, so maybe that's what we got to do. Take Healing Suppression. Here we get Flying Shield, which is an absolute must for us. Let's re-roll a few times looking for shield. Oh my goodness. There we got shield. We're at 1,000 gold. We'll keep it. Discard this. Earn ourselves a re-roll for whatever the next thing that comes up is. Flying Shield is just such a necessity for this character. If you can't find that, you know, pretty early in the game as an extra damage source, things get really hard. That's kind of like the main damage source for this build usually when I build her. We could build into vulnerable. I like just healing though. I like just be healthy, healing, shielding. Just be really hard to kill. Follow the Tide. We can't increase our gold cost because of keep hammering. That would be bad. Inner Fire skills. Let's re-roll it, see what we get. Minus 60% healing. I want that, but I feel like we got to protect our own interests, so let's focus up. We need shield again. There it is. We'll re-roll that. get a freebie. Here's healing. That healing also had inner fire, so we can take another inner fire. Then we're looking for a third inner fire, which we will take as molten shield. Okay, reroll. Hum. I think we just take layered peaks there. Keep working on the things we've already got. I can't have everything. Where would you put it? All right, tank versus tank battle. So we're just kind of duking it out here with the other Brunhilde. We got her down to 25 hit points. Not bad. Statistics-wise, poison was the best damage for both of us. And surprisingly, not as much on Flying Shield as I might have hoped. Okay, so this is Molten Shield. It's got a shield on it, so we have to take it, unfortunately. Let's do the free reroll here. Preemptive Poison, I don't mind. Let me get a shield here. So we won't worry about hammering and whatnot. We'll go with the shield skill, and we'll chain together shields and try to get specialization to trigger again. We're pretty far down on the list now for this next carousel. We're probably second to last, right? Or we're last. Yeah, we'll be with the last group to pick. Yeah, all the way at the end. Looks like we're going to get mech. They got a... Oh, I was going to say there's a million mech up there, but first two characters took mech. How do you like that? Yeah, there we go. That's more the expected result here, where kind of nobody's taking the mech. It'll get us a level, though. I mean, I don't mind. Layered peaks. There's a shield. Flying shield, iron skin. Preemptive shield. I think we'll just upgrade the damage of flying shield for now. And then we really got to look for another shield. There it is. We'll go ahead and take it on this run up. Get ourselves another free skill. Reroll this. Ooh, this is not great. So we've got 2 counter strikes, 3 layered peaks, and 1 high mountain. If we take another high mountain, we can't finish anything. So we're going to have to discard this and look to finish our other traits. Close on that. Damage reflection, shield interfere. I kind of don't mind shield interfere here. Reroll this. Here's more shield stuff. I think I'll take shield interfere again. Here's a bunch more healing stuff that I would like to take, but off we go. Damage reflection, let's take that. Get a free heal skill. Specialization again. And we're sitting on 1,000 gold, and we're really going to need to burn through that 1,000 gold after this battle. So whatever happens next, we're going to do a lot of re-rolling, specializing, keep hammering, and we're just going to do chains of shielding or healing. Or I suppose if we got a good chain on health, we would take, 3 in a row on health. Okay. Would we take 3 in a row on mech? I don't think we want mech. I don't mind the malfunction, though. Let's take the malfunction. Shield surge, the basic unit of shield. Okay, preemptive poison would be nice. I would love to take that skill, but here we are trying to find shield stuff. Oh boy, that's a lot of re-rolling. Oh my goodness. Passing up a lot of stuff I would love to have. Here we go, finally shield. And offered another shield here. Let's take Let's take this. That's health. 2 health in a row. And back to shield, so we're going to have to take shield. Okay. Counter-strike is the preferred thing we would love to have, and we finish it. Nice. We can take another high mountain now. Okay. So we got layered peaks and high mountain, and we pretty much have to finish those. We could also take a 2 if there's a 2. Right at 1,000 gold. And we're going to be able to pull an artifact here next. Shield on heal, I think, is good. Early bird. Early bird could be really good for us. We kind of don't care about the finishing moves, though. Kind of don't care. I'm going to take learn from doing. I'm going to take learn from doing. Boiling tar. When you take damage, gain inner fire, and then let's look for another inner fire. We got to take healing touch though. You get a flip. There's 3 heals in a row. Here's preemptive poison. We can just, when you take damage, poison an enemy, we could do that. Reroll this nonsense. That gives us a heal. Let's look at what we can get here. Hill mover. Can we take a 3? So we've got a 5 and a 4, which means we cannot take a 3. Unfortunate. Okay, reroll it. Finish high mountain. All right. All right, all right. Lots of space opened up now. Learn by doing means we got to pretty much keep spent from here on out. We got to just spend our money. I would like to get to 24 heal next. I don't mind more shielding. Whatever we get given. All right. Heal here. Heal here. Reroll for heals. Flying shield to 200 is too good. It's way too good. We give up so much stuff to do it, but it's way too good. And then we're stuck on vulnerable for a moment. Just leave that alone, I guess. 250. We're gaining a little interest, but I really don't want to look at that. Flying shield should be doing pretty well for us now. Yeah, 10 flying shields is half of our damage at this point. Good. And as you can see, we have no shields. I mean, we were canceling out vulnerables, though. Shields and vulnerables canceling each other out. Now we're on the other side of the equation, right? We're happy for the shields to cancel out the vulnerables. It looks like we're getting more mech here, most likely. Another 3 mech things. Inner fire would be fine. I wouldn't mind toxin. I'll take whatever's left here. I'll take the inner fire over the mech, though, for sure. Boiling tar. We're starting out with more boiling tar. Layered peaks, number 4. We like that. Reroll this nonsense. What are we on? Shield 1 times. There's shield again. And here's iron skin. Tenacious is good, but iron skin I think is probably better. We'll take that. 33 shield. We'll take curse surge right here because we can. Healing suppression. Too good to pass up. Antidote. And we're spent all in. What I'm going to do here, I think... Ooh, boy. Ooh. I was going to say, this is going to be interesting. This is the guy that had Copy Ninja right from the start of the game. Looks like he took... Demon Contract. Took a bunch of damage. Permanently increase your hit points. I mean, he's got... This character's insane. He's gone off the hook. We need 1,000,000 shields. We need 1,000,000 shields now. There's some shielding. Shield plus poison, I guess. We used our free reroll, so we'll sit on this. It's only 100 gold. But we'll see what it looks like going into the monster here. We can level up off of healing. 24 healing would be another level for us. Those flying shields coming in big. What could I do to just generate more shields? How do I just generate a bunch more shields? There's not much left but my alt, huh? Hill Mover? I guess we could take Hill Mover. It's way too late in the game for Hill Mover, but Hill Mover, if you get it finished, you gain hit points every time you get hit with a basic attack, which is nice if you get it early. If you get it late, it's not that impactful. We've got Layer Peaks and Hill Mover. I guess we'll take Evergreen. Take some magic resistance. Okay, there's a shield. Here's a reroll. Shield. Free stuff. Life Flower. Reroll. Reroll. Soul Offering. I don't know. It's another damage source, right? When we gain Inner Fire, we throw damage. Alright, fine. Let's take it. There's another Inner Fire. Now we're to shields. Iron Skin, I think, is too good to pass up. Minus 12 damage per hit. Judgment Day. We're offered Judgment Day. We'll take that. Not going to pass that up. Health and Flame Surge. Okay, we're spent all in. One shield left to get me to 40, and then I can get my alt. I don't think specialization or keep hammering is really the thing that I need to do right now. We got 870 gold here and 8 rewards here, which is pretty good. One toxin would give us a level. This is hammering, so we're going to click that. Free reroll here. Take that. Give me something with shield. Come on. That Boiling Tar 600 seems pretty good. I feel like I want that. So we'll sit on that. We'll wait for it for next round. And, oh, come on, come on, come on. We're switching between vulnerables and shields, but his poison is just so high. My goodness. Okay. We need more healing to overcome that poison somehow. Or maybe just more health. Health does give us magic resistance, so we picked up another 15 magic resistance there. Basic income, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take this, I guess. Cremation is so good, though. Let's take Inner Fire. Kind of all in on that Inner Fire idea. So we got 2 Evergreens and 2 Hill Movers and 3 finished. I think we get second place here. I mean, my shields are able to balance out his vulnerables, but that poison is just so much. Shield. There we go. Okay. If I somehow live through the next round, all right, we got Hill Mover. If I can live through the next round and we get shield alt, that would be nice. I mean, we just can't afford it right now. Yeah, we're dead. We're doomed. We're doomed. 7,600 hit points on this guy because he got that skill early that was stacking his hit points the whole game. So if he had normal hit points, we would have been able to kill him. But getting this Justice Must Fail as your first completed thing and getting 240 for every player victory, he probably won 16 battles or something like that. So 2,400, 4,000 hit points from that. Yeah. We definitely would have killed him if he didn't have 7,600 hit points. All right, one more game. I think I'll play one more game and then I'll mosey off. Sean Unavailable says if you have everything, you can always put it. You can put it wherever you like. That's a Stephen Wright joke. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? It's interesting. If you really did have everything, would you just, like most of everything, you would just leave where it's at, right? You wouldn't just randomly say, well, I'd like Beetlejuice to be closer. Even if you owned Beetlejuice, if technically it was yours, I don't think you could move a star. So the answer is the vast majority of everything. You would just have to leave it right where it's at. But I just like those kinds of jokes. Can't have everything. Where would you put it? Mitch Hedberg, also a lot of those kinds of jokes from Mitch Hedberg. He said his neighbor, Mitch Hedberg, has this joke routine he does where he talks about how every time he plays loud music, his neighbor will bang on his wall. And at some point during that discussion, he says, "What do you think? Do you think there's a doorknob? Do you think I'm going to answer my wall? I cannot open it. I cannot let you in. I cannot see who you are." I mean, it's just funny the way he says it. Like, stop knocking on my wall. It's not a door. Cracks me up. Haven't played James yet today, have we? James with weaponry and vulnerable and no frost. No spell. Ooh, James could be dangerous here. James is one of those champions that a lot of times I find that I'm playing for second. But he can pretty reliably get second, you know? Like, I'll play into this, and if the evasion champ here takes off, like, I won't win against the evasion champ. But if the evasion champ doesn't take off, then I can beat, James can beat almost every character in the game. Evasion is just his big, like, downfall. Walking target reduces evasion. We get offered that right away. We're going to take it every time. I'm just talking about how big of a deal evasion is. If we can take away 16% of the enemy's evasion, that's pretty good, right? Let's take a look at all of his traits here. Where's James? There he is. So this is enemy evasion chance, shred armor, trigger passive skill, life steal. I think if we could have anything, we would want life steal, evasion, ruthless, the red skills. Let's focus on red skills, see if we can get those built. Okay. Healing touch, bloody curse. I want all of this stuff, but we're not going to do, what I've done now with this new rearrangement of stuff, I pretty much don't spend any money the first round unless it's like really, like if James was offered the attack tide that gives him attack damage, I would click that right away. But unless it's like really an alpha level skill, I just wait till I see what my first artifact is, because there's a lot of artifacts like specialization and keep hammering and stuff like that, that if you've spent all your money, they're 1,000 gold worse, right? Anti-bank has been knocked down. It's +2. But +2 random XP every round for the rest of the game. It's not bad. I don't think it's good enough now, though. We're going to random. All right, we got Follow the Tide. Couldn't find anything I liked right there. Looks like we're getting a lot of healing stuff right off the bat here. These healing suppressions I want. Bloody Curse I do want. But man, I'm offered healing suppression 3 times in a row. I got to keep clicking it. All right. Yeah, red skills, right? There's another red skill. Let's take it. So it's a 3 of 4. If the other red skill is a 5, then we probably have to do something else. But yeah, red skills for the win. All right, we got the boat, which means we pretty much can't re-roll anything now. We'll get 1 free re-roll per turn. So we've got to spend money and make absolute best use of our free re-rolls. That's pretty much how it works. I would love to start picking up a little inner fire. We're actually in the Frost Arena, which is... I didn't realize when I picked James. I wasn't paying attention to that, which is bad. Boy. 2% crit chance. I think I just like just the extra crit chance. Seems nice. Inner fire here from our drone. We'll take that. That's attack tide. We got to get that. Okay, 890. And there we go. Another red skill. Okay. Our ult went off like right before the arena put frost on us. That timing was pretty awful. James shooting a lot of shots, but not getting a lot. Oh, there we go. Finally. Not getting a lot to land. Seemed like there for a second. Okay, 12-10. Healing, or we've really got to go for all of these skills we can get. Crit training, I think I'll just take the 3% crit chance. Seems fine to me. If the weaponry is left up, of course I'll take that, but if not, then I'll take crit. And if not, I'll take vulnerable. Let's take vulnerable. I've had a full vulnerable weaponry build before on James, and it's insanity. But crit's pretty good too. Crit with James, it's pretty good. So we'll take the crit chance. There's some weaponry. I don't mind a little bit of inner fire to take the edge off of this arena. Attack suppression is good. Take that. Just take anything with a weapon on it. Boiling tar? That's pretty good, right? Okay, we're down to 400 gold, and we've got a lot to pick. Perfect executions at 3 out of 4. Walking target. Ruthless is a 4. I've got 2 of them ready to go, though, so I can go ahead and take that. Oh, decisive eradication is a 1. I'm going to go ahead and click that. It's probably a mistake. I probably should have just focused on my red skills. But 2 of these are ready to complete. 3 of them are ready to complete. Okay, 700 gold. And I'm on a bit of a win streak, so I feel like we just got to continue with the win streak. Crit damage here. Attack suppression. I like wild power here a lot, but attack suppression is just pretty good. Use our free reroll. Here's a healing thing, modification. Yeah, weaponry crit inner fire looks like what we're getting. Weaponry with James is a really big deal because everything he does is just based on him throwing out tons of little attacks. So we will throw out tons of little attacks. Mech, 1 mech would get us a level. 2 weaponry gets us a level. I think we'll keep spending in. Fighting the monster here gives you the chance to kind of recharge if you want to gain interest. But we're on a 3, is it a 4 win streak? Yeah, 4 win streak. So I kind of want the win streak to continue more than anything. Boiling tar. That's pretty good. Perfect execution. We now have lifesteal from our bullets, which is just really good. So the more bullets we can chuck at our opponents, happier we'll be. I don't mind the hit points here. I think I'm going to take it. Curse formation. I think I'm going to take it. I don't mind having some vulnerable here. Healing, the battles are eventually not going to last long enough for healing to even be relevant. All right, Wind Missile and Gale Sword, Thunder Force. Where's our attack right now? I think I want Thunder Force. Let's just have big attack for the first few seconds of the game. We'll save money here. Back. What do we got? We're looking for red skills. I don't think we want to buy Bullet Rain. We want Bullet Rain eventually. We want Piercing Bullet. Those are both really good, but I think discard here and look for the red skills first. I wouldn't mind getting that walking target finished out. And then we can do pretty much anything we want. Okay, mowed down Stuffy 50 here. Another win streak up to 5. Try to get our attack up to 24 as fast as we can. Immediately gain 24 random XP. That's probably 3 level ups for us no matter where it hits, right? It hits mech. I mean, we really don't want mech, but could be worse. Gear rewind, self-destruct, or just skip mech altogether. Sit on 640 gold and decide next round. There's eradication. Now we can start building something else. Piercing Bullet, I think, is too good. Let's start Piercing Bullet. Okay, that was a lot of damage. Look at that. Normal attacks, 8 for 137. With that extra 30 damage from Thunder Force, that is quite a stack of damage flying across the screen. All right, let's take Gear Rewind here. I don't think anybody's threatening to kill us too fast. Boiling Tar, 600 stacks of inner fire right off. Again, if we're going for burst damage and we're just going to try to throw as many attacks across the screen as we can, right? So, and more inner fire. Man, I didn't even really want inner fire, but I keep getting so much of it. Sit on 440 gold, make a decision later. So we're on Piercing Bullet, Walking Target, and Ruthless if we find it. I'd love to finish Walking Target. Okay, that was the Dodge Champion. We did well against the Dodge Champion. It doesn't look like she's kind of gone off. 14 out of 24 on evasion isn't fantastic at this point in the game. It's okay. I mean, I'm only at 16 on weaponry, right? So it's in the ballpark with what I've got. Okay, dead last. Our James is doing well here. I imagine we're going to get crit again, which I don't mind. I don't mind crit at all. I don't want healing. Okay, we're going to take vulnerable here then, because I really don't want healing. This particular arena, I think, is more about just blasting your opponent into the dirt instantly. I don't think there's a whole lot to hope for with extended combat, right? I don't think extended combat's going to do much. Preemptive Pain is pretty good. Ah, man, I don't want to. Ah, man. I really want to get 24 weaponry, but it just keeps offering me tons of stuff that's not that. Enemy armor minus 60. This is attack damage, just straight up attack damage. It's pretty good. Okay. $640, we're on a good win streak. Do we want even more inner fire stuff? Get us to 16. 16 doesn't really get us anything Cremation stops the enemy from getting healing suppression's too good to pass up. Maxed out healing suppression. Curse formation. I don't think it's good enough, is it? Well, it gets us to 16. I don't know. 140. I really want the win streak to continue because we're at an 8-win streak. We really can't afford to give up the win streak. Okay. Getting that max gold for the win streak every turn is pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. After the monster here, though, I could potentially, you know, go back to saving like 400 to 600. Get some interest. You know what? Maybe what we should do is just save right here for a turn. Go into the artifact. Find out what artifact we get with money in the bank. Is that a way to go? I don't think I want any of the life plunders. We got to take life plunder, right? That's a form of damage. And then we can re-roll this crit stuff. 12 gets us a level, so we're not even close on the crit stuff. Curse formation, look at this. 12 times the number of combat seconds, so that's like 12, 24, 48. That stacks up so fast. I don't think we're going to take any of this healing stuff. So that answers the question. We'll go into the artifact. 620 gold in the bank. We'll probably be close to 1,000 when we finish this. Oh, that looks nice. We're doing lots of damage to Jedi. And we've got 60% healing suppression too. That's big. Look at that. 8 healing, 8 skills, and 5 of those skills are healing suppression. Go James. Early bird. If we pick early bird right now, it will give us the mech alt. I like that. I like that. So we could actually take Life Tide here, grab the front line. All drones gain hit points. Or Gear Rewind. I mean, Gear Rewind making the middle mech have more hit points isn't really that big of a deal. Overload gives me crit. Curse interference slows down enemy burst. I don't know. Let's skip it. Corrosive curse +3. I mean, everything we do gets +3 damage for. Right? Curse formation. Corrosive curse is +3 for every unique vulnerable skill. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 times 3, 27 damage. So that means like all of our basic attacks now hit for more. Check this out though. We did more vulnerable damage than any other type. Half of our damage was vulnerable. And that's with 1 preemptive pain and that maxed out curse formation. That's crazy. That is a lot of damage from vulnerable. Okay, this is mech and gives us more crit. We'll take it. This is mech and gives us more hit points. We'll take it. Preemptive pain versus system shutdown. System, I want preemptive pain so bad, but system shutdown right here puts us at 40 mech and maxes that out. And then we can look at let's look at emergency call here. Get another one of these. Ruthless. Okay. Ooh. So we got to finish walking target next. We got to find walking target. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So this is what happens. If we pick up one more of Ruthless or Piercing Bullet, and then we find the finisher, we'll actually have to drop something out to finish it. Which is, it's super annoying. I feel like if you've got 4 of the skills and you buy the 5th one, it should combine without you having to be able to add it to your board. They're going to give me weaponry here. That's bold. We get an attack tide and an attack suppression, a thunder force, a steady boost. That is a lot of good stuff. Walking target confirmed. Finished. Check this out. Minus 16% evasion for the enemies. Okay. All right. Ruthless or piercing bullet. Corrosive curse. Yeah, we got to take that, right? Oh, unrivaled frenzy. And then death erosion is offered. Bullet rain. Sure. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Vulnerable damage. Normal attacks ruled the day here. 14 normal attacks for 3,000 hit points. Unrivaled frenzy. Oh my goodness. 40% chance to burst on our attacks, and then our passive gives us another 20% chance to do a multi-shot. The multi-shot that we do can also burst because those are 2 different skills. Crazy. Drones gaining hit points. We'll take this version of it. Make our drones better next turn. So, I mean, we didn't want to be in 43 mech, but this is giving us a ton of durability. Like, we've got good burst, and this is giving us a lot of hit points because we got 2 mechs up front, 1 mech partway down. So we get a lot of time to do what we want to do as James. All right. So our clone is also fighting Pipalip, and we won. Man, we got a bunch of inner fire. That's 600 stacks of inner fire up front is just makes us attack so fast. That's so good. All right. Piercing bullet. Piercing bullet's almost done. We need 1 more piercing bullet here. We'll take drones here. Evasion training. I don't know. I feel like we pass on all that. This is evasion plus mech. I don't know. We'll take it. More hit points for the drones. Stealing hit points is, I don't know. Let's just stick with the drone thing. Thunder Force we'll take. Attack Tide we'll take. 260 gold in the bank, but we're hitting hard now. Oh my God, look at that. We got an Attack Tide and another Thunder Force. So we're at 120 damage from Thunder Force in addition to 289 attack damage we're starting out with. Whew. That is a big attack. And then look here, we can max this out at 90. That's so good. Here's more crit chance. For the first 5 seconds, gain crit chance. We'll take that. I don't want any of this stuff. All right, what do we get here? More bullet rain. I really think we don't want bullet rain, though. Right? So we got 1 bullet rain, but we really need to finish off piercing bullet. Let's re-roll it. We don't get piercing bullet. Discard it. Okay. I think we're in good shape. I think we've won this. One. Dodge magic damage. What's my evasion chance at? 24%. It's not fantastic. It would go up though if we got to 12. It would go up to 8. Oh, another 4%. I don't know. I don't think we want it. Here's more mech stuff. Cremation I think is nice. Stop the enemy from getting inner fires. That's got an attack suppression. This is just more inner fire. I think this is better. Spear of Healing we could actually activate. 200 gold. Life Plunder's up. We could take Life Plunder. Stealing life from enemies is a form of damage. I think this is the build. That's it. We're done. We didn't even want to be in mech, but got there because of this inspiration. All right. That's going to be it for me. Let's go back to the lobby and see how far down I really am after the reset. I'm completely unranked. I'm a solar 154. I'm way down there. But okay, that was fun. Got some other stuff I got to do. I really am going to try to get caught up on all my Darth Loquitur updates this weekend, so hopefully we can have a catch-up and get back to the weekly updates after this weekend. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe, notification bell, Discord. Discord links are up above and down below. It's a nice place to hang out. Great community if you're a newer player, mid-game player, want to ask some questions, talk to people. A lot of cool people hang out on my server. So coming over there, there's an Ask Loquitur channel. You can ask me questions directly. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next Holocron.